Well, hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
There are people here. What is going on, everybody? And welcome in to the Creator Cabin, the one and only Creator Cabin. I believe, I don't know, there might be more. I did a search. I did my little research. You know how we do our little research. But yeah, I did my diligence with my friend Copilot over here, and Copilot told me that I was the only one. So good afternoon and welcome into the Creator Cabin. Today we have a very special guest. It is none other than Robbie and Bita. Some of you may know them, but some of you have not. And today you are going to get to know them. They are none other than Trippin with R&B. Good afternoon. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Well,
Ed.
thank you.
We appreciate you having us.
Yes.
hmm And there's some people coming into the live chat, but before we get done, let's go right to the start. Day one, 0 subscribers. What? Zero. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? 0. What sparked the idea to document your travels and turn them into a YouTube channel?
Whose idea was it? Was it yours or mine?
I think we had talked about, so going back just a little bit further, we were married young, had children young. There was zero money for vacations.
Yeah, we didn't travel.
We would try to squeeze in things here and there. Our son played in softball league, so we'd go for
Baseball.
baseball leagues. So we would go on weekends, but they're grown once they started, growing up, and now we had a little bit more money. We started vacationing, and we loved it. We loved spending time with each other. Along that time, we started watching other YouTube channels just to get an idea of where we were going and just all the background things to know. And then we had about 5 channels that we would watch regularly. And then we had a cruise planned to Alaska. And I think you were the one that said, hey, what if we were to try to vlog it?
Yeah. Let's
And
give it a shot.
I was like, all right, go ahead. You do it.
Yeah. So we did, and it wasn't good, but it was fun, But using just our phone, no mics, bad audio, but you know what? I look back at that one and it's still, it has fond memories for me, because it was our first crack at it. We thought, it doesn't look that hard.
Yeah.
Watching the EECs, the Lolita Locas, the Travel Sprees, the big guys, and watch, that doesn't look hard. And then when you do it and you come back and you start editing, you're like, holy crap, this is not as easy as they make it look.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I had a head start in video production before trying to become a YouTuber. So I was definitely, I didn't come into it blind. I did. I had a little bit of experience with live streams. That's why live streams they come so naturally to me, is because I already knew how to do them even before I became a YouTuber. So that was good. So you guys came into this thing with just phones blazing, right?
Exactly. My job is graphic design anyway, but it's more technical graphic design. So, I'm used to getting into software and figuring it out on my own. I didn't go to school for it. So I feel real comfortable if I get into software, I can figure it out, especially design type software like this. So it's it took some time, but it's just the nuances of it, the pushing in and pushing out, learning from other channels, how they shoot it, and then trying to figure out how did they do that, like we were watching your interview with Sean, and I think it was Ross chatted upside down, and me and you were thinking the same thing. How the hell did he do that? That was so cool. And did you ever figure it out?
No. But yeah, Ross, he reminded me of that. So if you're in the chat today or on the replay, please, how do you chat upside down?
Exactly.
We all want to know.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I see other creators do something. I'm like, I got to figure out how to do that. How did they do that?
Or your hearts thing. I watch you do the hearts thing that blew. I'm like,
yeah,
this is a Macintosh thing. It's a Mac device thing. If you have an iPhone, an iPad, or an iMac, which is what you're on right now, or a desktop that and you're using your FaceTime camera or a camera that FaceTime recognizes as a secondary or a third.
Okay.
Then what you can do is turn on screen reactions. That's not all the screen reactions that are available. It all depends on how you do your hands. If you do a thumbs up, then it'll give you a thumbs up.
Oh, look at that.
Right. If you do a thumbs down, it'll do one. If you do two, it'll make it rain on you, and then you can.
Oh, that is too cool.
Yeah. And then if you do double thumbs, this is how we do the
Oh,
fireworks.
that's cool.
Nice.
If you put up one peace sign, this is balloons. This is how I do the happy birthday balloons.
Yeah.
If you put up two, this is how you make the confetti fall.
Oh,
And
that's so
those are
cool.
your screen reactions. It's built into your machine.
That's
Like
cool.
you can do this on your iPhone, but
Really? Oh.
your hands have to be correctly read by that camera, and it's so weird. Like that's why I put it boom right there
Right in front.
in the frame, right in front of it. That way it won't miss. That took practice. I mean, it really did with this machine. Like I've had this thing for a long time, and the distance from the eye of the it's really cool. Graphic effects are going to be good. Unfortunately, though, my next machine is going to be a Windows one. However, you guys will be able to appreciate the difference once that happens.
Yeah, I've worked on a Mac once before, but we're definitely Windows based.
Yeah, Windows is good.
Yeah.
Did you imagine from the beginning that this was going to be a long-term project?
I don't think we thought it out that far,
No.
honestly.
Yeah.
You know, we did our first video and then we're sort of scared to tell people about it, mainly our family,
Yeah.
you know. Our boys are grown, they have their own families, and of course they thought we were okay, oh, that's so cute, mom and dad,
Exactly.
you know, kind of thing. But then, you know, the more we got into it, you know, I think that well, first of all, you talked about the 0 subscribers. I mean, when we got to 5, we were
like,
amazed.
whoa, 5 people liked our stuff, you know. Wow,
Right.
that's amazing. Yeah.
So to ever think to get to 100, like I thought that would never happen. I just thought we're just going to keep putting videos, whatever happens, happens. I didn't see that happen.
And we didn't push real hard at all. I mean, we would put out a video here and there, you know, nothing major, and because we weren't cruising big time at that point. We didn't go on our first cruise till we were mid 40s, late 40s, you know. So it ended up 8 years ago, you know, 9 years ago, and then we're hooked at that point. Obviously, you know, the way most of us get. And but yeah, we did a second video, and then you know we had a tough time getting our kids, our own family, to watch the videos. How are we going to expect strangers to watch it? Yeah, which, you know, last night we had our live and we actually had two sons and a grandson chatting in the chat with her mom. You know, that was fun because we're like, hey, they're starting to take it serious now that we're almost monetized. You know, they're like, well, I guess we might want to, you know, it's not such a cute hobby anymore. They're actually doing something, you know. So, yeah.
And you'll find that that I know you guys are almost there. And what's happening right now is this happened to us. Okay. Big chunks of subscribers are going to start popping off. Okay. Toward the tail end of it, like 9 something, big chunks. I'm talking about 20 at a time. Okay. This is them cleaning your channel out. They also hold some things back from you for about 5 days, like watch hours. They may be holding the subscribers too. So whenever it dips, it's going to come back up. It may dip again before it goes back up, but then right before the email comes in, there's going to be a stall. It's a short stall, but it's going to be a stall. Okay. That's my experience with it. I have 2 monetized channels, Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures, as well as Cruising is Fun Anytime. And that has been both experiences. They're vetting you to see if you're going to be a worthwhile partner who is going to keep it going, or are you just here for, you know, a quick turnaround?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, they're vetting you. But yeah, just be patient. That's it. It's coming.
Well, that's good information. We won't get so discouraged if it happens. So I'm glad you're telling us this.
Don't, because I mean, think about it. You're becoming partners with Alphabet Incorporated, the first and second largest search engine on the whole entire internet. And they want to partner with you.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Think about what they're looking at right now. Think about it. Think about it. And if you need to repackage your content, now would be a real good time to do it.
Yeah, we've looked at a few. Yeah, we got some hits that it's, you know, about shopping or something. So yeah, we got to go back. But it was in the beginning when we really didn't realize what it was all about. So we can go in there and clean those up pretty easy.
Ineligible for ads is the ones you really need to pay attention to, because that's the one that they're going to email you about later if it's not suitable for ads. That's their biggest thing. They don't want to lose their partnerships with the people that are actually investing. So they're gonna hit you first.
Yeah. Good part is none of those are so soon that it'll affect our watch hours. So that's
Correct.
Nice.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's good. What made YouTube the platform to settle on instead of, others like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok?
I guess, we just watched, I mean, everybody was on YouTube. So it was, pandemic time, we were all sitting at home watching. I mean, I hear that from everybody, and it's the same story, watching YouTube. And now we watch YouTube probably more than we're the type, we have every subscription you can think of, out there. We spend way too much on that, on TV content, but I think we watch YouTube more, probably 70% of the time. You guys, everybody, we're watching everybody. We watch your show in the morning. It's early for us. I think it's 6 a.m. our time, but I'm already up working. So I usually say hi to guys, and then I'm, as they say, working and lurking. We do that a lot to try to help support everybody else and listen, in the background as we're working. But yeah, YouTube is it's great because it's taught me a lot about my job. Like I said, never went to school, just learned all the, Illustrator, Photoshop, all those programs on my own. Mm-hmm. Little 12-year-olds from Malaysia on YouTube have taught me more than anybody, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great teaching tool. You can find, no matter what, you can find, you want to work on your car, boop, 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 there it is. There's the video to fix your car, So it's amazing.
Let's see. You mentioned some big creators that you were already following. What was the moment, when you realized yourself with your own content, I'm good at this?
Gosh, I think we're still struggling
I
with
still
that,
question
to be
a lot,
honest with you, only because we keep growing, we keep learning and growing. Like I remember the first time, and I think it was actually, we had just started filming our travels, where I noticed in other people's videos, I think it was a EECC video, how they film their B-roll. And, they would go from top to bottom or left to right, or they would zoom out and then zoom in. And we weren't doing any of those things, but I noticed it. And then I really started to engage in that. And so we started trying it. And, sometimes it hits and sometimes it misses. So, I think the fact that they say, don't look at your likes, don't look at your subs, you just keep going. But at the same time, it sort of does help us know, are we heading somewhat in the right direction?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're getting an idea of what videos work for us, what videos don't work for us. In the beginning, neither one of us were real comfortable on camera, especially her. She's an introvert by nature. So it was tough to get her into on camera and talking. So you'll notice the progression of our videos where it was all narration. She would write out narration, and then I would do the voiceovers because we just weren't comfortable talking on camera. And as we've gone, and you see us more and more and more and more out there in front of everybody talking and putting our, it's scary putting yourself out there for people to make those comments. Like I was saying, you got to ignore the negative comments sometimes, about you, personally, if it's a critique about the video, I actually like those because I'm like, okay, that didn't work, but it's also one person's opinion, on it. So you can't, you got to look at that too. But there's been a couple of times, I think, where somebody said something, I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we probably should have.
The sound is too high.
Yeah, sound's too high. Our background music's too high, so it interferes with the narration or so. Yeah, it's.
Yep. That's good. Taking user feedback and applying it to your art. That is definitely something that I put into practice as well. Your channel stands out because you show the entire trip, the hotel, the travel, the day, the embarkation, the ship, the food, the entertainment, the excursions, and your honest thoughts afterward. Why was that a full journey approach important to you?
This is you. Is that for sure?
I mean, I just think that, so we're not travel agents. We're not experts, in the travel field by any means. So I think we just wanted to show our experience, and why we liked it or didn't like it, or funny things that happen. And really, the other part of that is for our family. I realized, I've never liked taking pictures or being in videos. I sort of regret it now that my kids are older, because it's like, wait, I don't have a lot of pictures with my kids when they were younger. But then I realized maybe that was an inherited thing, because my father passed away in, I think, 2017. We don't have a lot of pictures together. And so we wanted to leave something behind too.
Yeah, we have soon to be 9 grandkids. We're waiting on the 9th one to be born any day now.
Yeah.
Real nice. You know, but
and yeah,
so we wanted to leave something for them, so where they can.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then I also realized that our sons are older. They're all married, have children. They see us a certain way. They see us as mom and dad, right? We were the disciplinarians. We were all of these things. But they haven't got to see every side of us. They haven't got to see, I mean, they have to a certain extent as a couple, with our friends in different surroundings. And so I think, and maybe assuming a little bit, some of the things that they've watched, they've got to see other sides of us. And so we want to leave that behind to our grandkids and our great grandkids who we may never meet.
Yeah, and our granddaughter, our oldest granddaughter, she thinks we're celebrities. You know, she thinks, she's always there. Even when we only had 300 subscribers, or or not even 100, she thought it was the greatest thing to see us on YouTube, and she was our biggest fan. You know, so we have to warn her dad sometimes when videos are going to come out. We're like, yeah, you might want to hold off on this one. You know, there's a lot of drinking or cussing. You know, but yeah, for the most part, but. We did it for the, to have a legacy, or not a legacy, but just a photo album, so to speak, they can go back and see forever.
Yes, absolutely. What is something you show that most cruise channels skip over?
I mean, Bita's always, and that's why I said this was on you, the last question, and this kind of ties into that. Bita's always been about, let's tell a story. I want our video to tell a story. I don't just want it to be, this is the buffet. This is this. I mean, yes, ship tours are good. Don't get me wrong, but nobody wants to just see us walking around going, we're eating at the buffet, or here's this. You got to have some story to it, or some personality in there. And so I think sometimes people just get too caught up in the technical side of cruising, and not necessarily, hey, we're having a good time. This is what this meant to me. I went and, like, with a piano bar, we got to hang out at a piano bar on a Carnival cruise, and we met the piano player, and we had the best time. We were singing and having a great time with people. If we met them on the street, we would have never talked to them. I mean, it was, different demographics. We wouldn't have felt comfortable. Yeah.
What he's saying, there was actually gang members in there from
LA,
Vegas and LA, and they were sitting right behind us. We didn't notice this at first, but then we heard the conversation going on, and then I'm sort of turning and looking, and I'm realizing
we're laughing.
These are
they're grabbing our shoulders, they're laughing. We're all singing together. We're singing Sweet Caroline together, of all things.
And I'm like, this would have never happened on land.
Yep.
It was the best experience.
And that was our first video. That was the storyline of the first video was, you go on a cruise and you meet people you would never, ever, ever talk to, and just embrace it. Have a great time. Cruising is fantastic. Like they say, you'll never see them again. But you do. You end up somewhat. We've become Facebook friends with a lot of people on that we cruise with. So that's not necessarily true. But the rest of the audience, you just have a good time. Don't worry about what people think.
We actually broke into a room legally.
Yeah.
Broke into the room of a cabin on the first.
Well, her roommate let us in, but
that's what I'm saying. But she didn't know. We met these people. It was so great. We spent so much time with them. They were almost like family, best experience. And she had snuck off to bed early. She was so tired, and so her cabin mate let us in, and I jump on the bed and give her a hug, and it was just a funny thing, But it was just, that was the kind of experience we wanted to show. Just fun things that can happen.
Yeah, entertain, and which one to entertain, but also give, people tune into those videos to learn about a ship. We still do it. We're discovering content creators all the time by, even we haven't been on the Bliss for a while, and we're going in September to Alaska. We looked up the Bliss, we found a couple of new content creators that we put on our spotlight for our live for them. And so we all do that. So you do want to see the ship. You want to know what's a trick. Where's a hidden deck? I think it was the Jade that had a hidden deck or something like that. Or a hidden area, outside the ship. So you want to learn those things, but you also want to entertain The good channels do that. The Travel Sprees and the ECCs. They have the personality and they have the information.
Right. All right. Well, we are going to jump into the chat now that we've laid the foundation for your very channel. We are going to lay the foundation for the show. And the first two people in the chat are very, very, very near and dear to the Creator Cabin. It is Miss Bougie, Hannah, the sweet baker, and her mama. Cruising is fun anytime. Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome into the chat. That is Hannah and Cheryl. Yes, that's my two favorite people right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love Cheryl.
And Hannah's saying, how long did you have your channel?
What's it been? It's been almost 3 years. But like I said, we just put a video out here and there the first year or so. But we've really tried to hit it hard over the last, 9 months, 8 or 9 months. We've tried some different things putting out, and we did start our live 4 weeks ago. So we did our 4th episode yesterday. So getting a little better at that, getting a little bit more comfortable. Like you said, it's like second nature to you. For us, it was like, oh my God, I said on the live, I'm like, we're like ducks. We may look calm above water, but beneath, we're just like, holy crap, what are we doing?
We can't edit.
Yeah.
We can't edit it.
We had all this stuff planned for our first live, and I had games because we like to interact and have fun with the chat. So we had games planned, and I think we were done with our games in like 15 minutes. We're like, oh no, we went way too fast.
What do we do now? Yeah.
So we started to slow down and relax a little bit more in the lives. But we still have a long way to go to get to be with you guys and Eddie and Scott with Controversial Cruising. Vicky, you name it. You guys are seasoned veterans, and we're rookies. And Scott and Cat and Matt, and DC, those people.
The only thing that would make you a pro is to make sure that you have audio modulation before you hit that go live button, and then whenever the show is done, have the forethought to hit in stream, in now. Those two things. If you could master that right there, you've won the whole battle.
Yeah, our first live was we ran into just what you're saying. We had a microphone, a good microphone set up, and I was just really scared about it. That was when the echoing situation was going on with StreamYard. Everybody was getting echoing. So I did a private live. I had her sister get on. I'm like, how's the sound? How's the sound sound? And she's like, I can't hear it. Can't hear very good. The mic, for whatever reason, our mic would not work. So we had to go to an alternate ear. We went to earbuds with the mic. Use that for the first episode, and now we're using our DJIs plugged into the computer because the mic, for whatever reason, might have a short. But yeah, we were worried that I did not want. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to how things go. So that's why it was such a. I felt like I had no control over the live. I can't edit a live.
It was stressing me out.
Oh yeah, I was so stressed. So I spent 3-4 hours just trying to make sure that our live was going to go great before it happened. And then, so we definitely ran into that and figured it out.
And speaking of which, Hannah, the sweet baker, has a question. I've been looking at the channel. I love the editing. What equipment do you use?
I use CapCut. And obviously a lot of, I don't use a lot of AI for output, but we use AI for ideas.
Right.
It really helps. It's a tool when it comes to that. Like thumbnails, obviously, everybody's using those, and and it was great in the beginning, and I'm starting to notice as you scroll through YouTube, they're all starting to look a lot alike.
They are. And I'm like, I did that a couple of times, but I'm like, no, I'm not a clone.
And it messes with our image. I'll do it. And I'm like, what do you think? She goes, that's not me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So we go back to the drawing board. So we're probably going to start reverting back to the old school way, which I do graphic design anyway, but it's just so much faster, to use the AI. And I'm already sitting at a computer designing for 10 hours a day. And then to do this, if I can cut corners in certain spots, I'll cut corners. But yeah, CapCut, to answer Hannah's question, is what I use.
Good. And as far as your machine is concerned, do you have one of those like big dragon things with all the lights and stuff going off? I mean, what level machine are we at here?
I've got a gamer desktop with the LED, which my grandson loves. He walks like colors. Yeah. And then I've got a gamer desktop also that he loves that one too, because the LEDs on the keyboard swirl around. But yeah,
Yes.
so we're using Microsoft products for that.
Cool. Very good. Gen X Effect is in the house. What is going on? Hello, Gen X Effect. And Kat and Matt just popped in.
There they are.
Hey.
Yeah,
They had a great premiere this morning. They drank the bar, and it was hilarious. Matt, I think that might have been your best video yet.
I loved it
because of your personalities. It was all about you guys, and that was fantastic. I loved it.
Yep. And yeah, Hannah says good sound keeps people interested. It really does. Good, real, punchy, thick vocals like this. That's what you got to strive for.
Yeah, that's what we had trouble with when we first started. We just didn't put all of our on our cruise videos. We didn't put enough stock into sound. We thought, people can hear us, And then when I started editing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't hear you. I can't hear me. So then I went out and bought the DJI mics, and they were fantastic. We had one video where I'm like on the 14th deck looking down on the Lido, which was on the 12th. And she's down there, forgot to turn off her mic. And then when I went to edit, I couldn't use anything I was using because she was down there talking about where the bathrooms were or something. So, yeah.
Ryan was telling me about that. Each one of them comes with a slot where you can put in a chip in it, a micro SD. And then what that does is while your mic is on and being used, it's recording its own thing on that SD card. And then you can use her feed and your feed as a separate thing. And then, have her talk, you talk on two separate audio tracks. See, if you wanted to do it like that.
Mine will record a separate audio, but it doesn't separate the mics. So I would love to I need to talk to Ryan about that because and it saved us on one video because I don't know how, but my camera recorded in slow-mo. So it recorded in slow-mo, but I had the audio. So I was able to speed it up and then link the audio with the video and salvaged it, thank God.
Good. Travel cake trips have made it in. They be tripping. Yeah. Hey, Robbie and Bita and Jeremy. How is everyone doing today? I am well.
They are awesome. We found them a long time ago.
Yes, we did.
Before we found this community, we stumbled onto Kathy and Bryant. Very similar interest to us. They love doing karaoke, so do we. So they're fantastic.
But they're better singers.
Yeah, they're better singers.
I saw the karaoke clip and I'm like, whoa, okay. So if we cruise with Kathy and Bryant, I'm not saying I'm a singer, but I will show up for the show. I will definitely show up for that show.
My dad joke is I'm karaoke.
Okay. Yeah. Sailing the big names, you've been on Norwegian, Royal, Carnival, MSC, and Princess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a wide range. What cruise line surprised you the most?
I think Princess did. I didn't think it was going to be bad, but I really enjoyed the Princess cruise with the medallions. That was nice. We prefer NCLs are, that's probably, our most go-to cruise line, but, we did one Carnival. We did the Firenze, which we were really worried, just kind of apprehensive about doing Carnival, and it was actually, and that one surprised me also. The food options that Carnival has, free food options, phenomenal. And their steakhouse, in my opinion, is better than Norwegian's, better than Cagney's. The 555, really, really good. We were impressed with that. But I enjoyed the Princess cruise quite a bit.
It was MSC for me that surprised me. MSC. And we were on the Maravillia, and I love how they have the coffee stations at each bar with good coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We typically do not have good coffee on cruises.
Yeah.
We like MDR, but rarely do buffet. We did buffet on it, and I was shocked to see they had roast duck, things on there that you normally don't see at a buffet.
And obviously their pizza is just tops,
Hey. Yeah. I would rather MSC pizza over Carnival.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would definitely do MSC pizza over Carnival.
Absolutely. Princess pizza wasn't bad. That was pretty good too. But yeah.
Princess had French fries everywhere. That's how they kept.
I don't remember that.
I don't know what it was. Okay, so here we are. We're leaving from Galveston on the Regal Princess. Okay, and we're pulling through the pool deck, and outside at the pool deck, not at the grill, but the opposite corner, there is a table with a chafing dish on the top with two things in a pan. French fries. Okay. Cans of French fries. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to give you a plate of French fries. Next to it is, what do you think was next to it out of everything?
I don't know. Pizza. I don't know what.
Okay, in the section next to it, nothing but more French fries. But in another machine next to it was a snow cone machine. So it's like, okay, French fries and snow cones. What are we doing here? I mean, like, how does this go together? And why do I like it so much? But they have French fries. Seriously, it was something about the Regal Princess and the French fries. Maybe they cooked too much. I don't know.
It catered to your inner child, snow cones and French fries.
It did, because Hannah and I were all over it. We were all over it. Yep. Is there a cruise line that you haven't tried yet but want to?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny. Cat and Matt are in here. They left us a voicemail, which I don't want to ruin it for our live. We have a voicemail hotline, but Virgin. We want to go on Virgin. And Cat and Matt were left a voicemail about doing a Virgin cruise with them, and which we are on board for that. But that's the one I want to go on, is Virgin.
Oh yeah, that's 5.0. Okay, yeah, the Star Princess. That's the big one. I like that.
Nice.
Yep. Princess is good. I love Princess too. It is awesome. I haven't been to Cagney's, but I have been to Fahrenheit. Now that was a good experience. Fahrenheit was cool, but I still would have liked to have done the art at the table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've seen that. Nice. See the big vloggers, they all did that. Like, we're going to get the art at the table. I think it's so cool for the channel. I wanted to do the same thing, but they cut it out. It's gone. Yeah. Bud Files have made it in. Hello. Good afternoon and welcome in. And I got a poll up on one of the channels. Have you subscribed to Robbie and Bita yet? And you guys are how many subscribers short?
125. So we're 875. Yeah. We have our watch hours. We just got to get to that subscribers. That's been our hardest thing. Watch hours have not been that hard for us to get, unfortunately, which I guess that's a good thing, about us. But subscribers have been tough along the way.
Yep. Subs are definitely needed. So you guys are on a sub push. Do you already have your watch hours?
Oh, yeah. We have our watch hours.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. The chemistry is a huge part of your channel. You and I. Okay. How does being a married couple shape the way that you travel and film?
Well, I think we're obviously best friends. I mean, we've been together since we were 18 years old. So 38 years. We've been married 36. Been together like 38. So, I know what she likes. She knows what I like. Yes, we fight. We will fight like cats and dogs while we're doing something, but it's over, and it's just it's just the way it is.
I'm almost like wanting to show it. Like, I'm sort of scared to show that, but I sort of want to show it because it's like real life. Like. He will just piss me off about something, and then I just shoot back at him, and then it's over. Then it's done, or whatever. We apologize and we move on. But I'm like, it's so real. We should just show it. But I don't know how. People probably think we're like the worst people, but it's true.
She's an ideas person. She is the let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to show that? How am I supposed to do that?
Okay. It's like Robbie. Look at me carefully whenever I say these words.
Don't listen.
I am married to Cheryl Renee. Do you know what she says before every single show, no matter what show that I'm on her with? Just follow my lead. Listen to Bita whenever she says, just follow my lead. Even if it's her getting up out of the bed and preparing a cup of coffee. Do you know how many views that video got? 1,100. And it's a short. It's a short. It's laid over copywritten music and Cheryl walking from the bed to the coffee pot and making coffee. It's that simple.
That's hilarious.
It's simple.
She's got great ideas. It's just
also YouTube says one thing in the very beginning, and they should have never changed it. Broadcast yourself. Don't put bells and whistles with it. They don't want it.
Yeah.
The best movies and best shows that we watch on TV ain't got all those, glitches in the video going on. They don't have like little titles and stuff running across the bottom. You know, that they're not putting. It's a raw camera, is what it does. The raw camera will always be better than anything else. So please hear her. If she wants to put it online, let her. Because Cruising is Fun Anytime has doubled anything that Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures ever did. I put all of my creative energy into that. And as a result, I lost out on a lot of authentic, real people coming there.
Yeah.
Because real people don't want to see bells and whistles. Real people want to see, what'd you eat for lunch today?
Yeah. We've been filming behind the scenes for, you know, eventually when we go to members, we haven't done, we're waiting on a letter right now to do a members only area, but we filmed us doing our voiceovers for a couple of our videos, and that was interesting.
We did it for 5 hours. In the beginning, it was, you know, it was fine, and then we're just like done and making fun of each other and whatever, you know. So
no, like I said, that goes back to where we did we had a lot more bells and whistles in the narrative because we weren't comfortable on camera. Mm-hmm. So the lives, that's why I kind of enjoy those so much. I just wish I could put anybody that was in the chat on video on there, you know what I mean? And just have it and just be going back and forth and seeing there. That's what I would love to do because I like the interaction. That's why I love the chat. I want to interact with people. I just don't want to sit here and us just talk at each other. We do that all day, but even though that's, you know, people like that, but I like to interact. And
you can do that. Just my advice for you is never drop the live link in the chat. Always send it to people that you know or people that are actually going to show their face on camera. Okay. These talking circles, they're cool. I mean, it's okay, but it's
no, we haven't even looked into that. I'm just saying, it's just.
Yeah, you can send people the invite link and just have them up on the screen and everything. Use Restream, use StreamYard, OBS if you want to.
I've not tried that yet. I've heard. I haven't looked into it. But
if you're a graphic designer and you love Photoshop, you're going to fall in love with OBS.
I'll have to look into
Number one, it's free, and always will be.
Nice.
Number two, if you don't invite people up to be on panels and you don't want them to restream to their channels, stick with OBS. Learn it, do it, because it's just the price point, number one. Number two, the professionalism of it and the 100% control that you have as to where everything is on the screen. And I'm talking about everything. If you wanted a sailboat to come going across the screen as an HTML code, you can do that and repeat it all the way through the show for free.
Yeah, that's what we had.
All of that.
We had a heck of a time yesterday. I was like, we did a game, and it was we were basically a courtroom, and we spun a wheel, which I didn't do that right, sharing the screen. But you know, finding out who the prosecutor and who the defense attorney was. Well, we were supposed to have a minute, so I had a hell of a time trying to figure out where am I going to put this clock, and how do I put this clock in StreamYard? You know, so I was Googling it and YouTubing it, trying to figure out. Finally figured it out, but it sounds like OBS would be much easier to
OBS is quick. You can get a web browser source and drag it into the sources panel and drop it, and it becomes the top layer. I mean, like, it is so easy. If you know how to work Photoshop, you're already there.
Okay.
You're already there. So the transform key is the transform key. The fit to screen is still there. It's all about layering, you know, just like here, but they do a lot of the back end that you would be doing on OBS as far as locking down your layers, getting them in order, stuff like that, you know, and resizing your windows.
Yeah.
They do a lot of that work for you here, but the only reason why we stick with it is because we have people on the show and we want them to be able to share to their audience. Otherwise, I'll be on OBS all the time, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into it.
OBS stands for Open Broadcasting Software, which means that it is open source, which means that geniuses come in and work on this thing and they keep it free. That's what it means, open source. It means free. I search for open source software before I search for anything because people are putting their hard work into it and nobody's getting paid for it.
Yeah.
That's why it's free.
One less monthly subscription would be nice because I'm sure you know how. I mean,
I pay $20 a month for this. I pay $20 a month for this, but that's only because I have guests.
Yeah.
Only because we want to bring up on the panel and not train everybody on Video Ninja. There is a way to do it with OBS, but you have to teach everybody how to get up on the screen every time you want somebody to come up. So it's like if you really just don't want to be bothered, Restream is a quick way to put up a background, have a dynamic grid, and a chat box right there. Real easy, real cheap. I pay $20 a month.
Yeah, I think
all of our shows.
Yeah.
And I have all of our shows under one account. And then I'm distributing them, the different shows, I'm distributing them to different channels and different platforms. That's another thing that Restream does too, is I'm going out with 3 things at a time. And then you guys are coming in able to do 2 or 3 at a time as well. So Restream is really the way to go if you want a quick setup, boom, 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 and be done. And it's very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly.
Oh.
Yeah, you could have this thing up in 5 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, I was impressed with the way you had the watch parties going on your
Oh yeah, that's just presenting tabs, presenting Chrome tabs, and you can do up to 3 at a time, but you have a gaming PC, so it might not choke your machine.
Yeah.
I only have an M1, and it got hot after the show. So of course I had 13 tabs all playing
I'm sure.
playlist at the same time. So wow. Yeah, I punished my machine.
Well, I know both of us love that you guys support other channels, and that's what I love about this community is that it's not all about you. It's about let's help everybody else, and that's been great. Like Cat Matter in the chat, they're the ones that introduced us to the group, brought us on their live, really took us in, and it's been the best thing that's happened to our channel. Our channel has really grown since we found this community and the great people, like yourselves and everybody else. It's a good group of people, very supportive.
And yes, Rob, only just an M1. He has an M2. That's the deal with him. He's got a little more speed than I do. Good afternoon, Rob. He's having fun today. He's on an outdoor excursion.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, man. He's outdoors. Yes, I only have an M1, but hey, an M1 runs pretty smoothly. Unless you try to read the news stories and have OBS running at the same time.
Now he's going to M5s.
It's going to M5. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, it's crazy. What does a typical filming day look like for you on a cruise? Like, what is your workflow while on vacation?
That
it varies.
Yeah, that's a balancing act you have to take. You know what I mean? You want to enjoy your vacation. You paid. You still want to enjoy that. But also we got to make sure we get the content. So
embarkation day. I mean, for sure we have to get all the shots in for that. We know where we're going to go, what we want to do. Sometimes we get a little diverted, but that's a good thing. And then depending on what's happening the next few days, then we know what we want to try to film. A ship tour is one of them, so we have to figure out when we're going to do that.
What day we're going to do that? What port day or at sea day or whatever.
Yeah.
Get up early to do that.
When we were on the Luna, we were a part of a Facebook group for the sailing, and then we created a bar crawl. Hey, who wants to do this bar crawl, right? And then it just kept growing.
It blew up. We had over 40 people, and we were scared to death.
Yeah, 40 people.
Yeah.
We brought a bunch of props and stuff for them, and we created little
koozies.
We had a koozie.
Yeah. But it was a tropical theme, We did like the first 40 people get laid, so we brought a bunch of lays and up here.
So it had the sailing group on it,
and our channels. We gave away about 20 or 30 of those, and definitely had too many. We had too many people showed up, but but
it was the best time, best content. It just varies.
I shouldn't say too many people for what we had. Koozies wise, it was every person that showed up. It was the best thing we did on any cruise, I think, because we met people right off the bat, and then we had fun with them the rest of the cruise. We kept seeing them at karaoke or at bars or dinner, and it was a lot of fun. But as far as our schedule goes, we have it planned, but you know how it goes. All of a sudden the day takes a turn, and you're doing something completely different, and it turns out fine. But you try to film as much as you can without being intrusive on people, obviously, but You try to get as much B-roll, as much, you know, action, as much
food,
and, you know, because that people love to, you know, they want to know about the food, they want to know about the shows, and so you try to capture all that, and you think about it, but unfortunately, you know, there again, the day gets away from you. All of a sudden, you get back and you're like, oh, I forgot to film that, you know, and it's not like you can just run out to this, you know, run out and do it.
Right.
It's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What has been the most rewarding part of building a community around your travels?
Rewarding part. Well, last night something happened.
You know what? I mean, that is a great question. So when we started our lives, like, we didn't want to just make it about us. We wanted to, you know, give back, because we've gotten so much. And I mean, I could go on what you guys have all done for us, you know, and continue to do for us.
Yeah.
And so we thought, you know, we want to give back. So we had the idea of the creator wheel.
Yeah, creator wheel.
Creator wheel. We do it at the end of each live, and we look for channels that are, you know, emerging in
under 1,000, you know, subscribers. So people not monetized yet, you know, basically.
And so, and I said it last night in the live, like, I found this content creator, Chrissy Free Rose Tours. And I found her because I was looking up the Carnival celebration that we're going to be on in February for the Unhinged. So I was like, I'm going to do some research, found her, loved her. And so I said, you know what, let's highlight her. So I actually messaged her prior to, and to say, hey, heads up, you know, this is who we are. This is what we want to do. Would love it if you could join us or not, you know, whatever. And so she messaged back before the show and said, hey, we are out tonight, but I will try to pop in, which she did. And we put a little video clip together because she's hysterical. I love her.
She was fun, really funny.
Well, after the show, she sent, you can see it, it's on the comments of last night's live, sent just this beautiful message. I actually teared up.
Yeah, she was crying.
What she said. And it was like, because I could feel her heart in it. That was my heart too. And we connected in that moment. And, you know, whether we ever get to 1,000 or not, I don't even care, honestly, to be honest with you. What, you know, you and Cheryl bring to us, what everyone else, you know, it's just very special.
Eddie's been really good to us. He's brought us in. Yeah, it's just we've been given, and we definitely want to give back. You know, we're not one of the big boys by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, like I said, we'll be shocked to get to 1,000. We never thought we would, and you know, I don't think we'll ever be one of the big boys. But it's just giving back, giving people what we were given, and helping, you know, giving a hand up.
What we learned, you know, how the support, like, that means more to us than 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's about people. It's about people.
By the time Copilot wrote this, it says you're sitting around 757 subscribers. This morning, I learned that you guys have grown even more ever since Copilot wrote this. Okay, so and nearly 100 videos, and you deserve thousands more. Believe me, you do. What are your goals for the next year? This time next year, where you want to be?
Well, definitely monetize. You know, you know, and we look at it as, I don't know. We don't even know how much you make. You know, it's probably, you know, off of being monetized. I'm not so you. I mean, in general, we're looking at as, hey, if in a year we make enough to put towards a cruise, you know, down payment, that's great. You know, that's just money to put down towards a cruise. But it's just getting to that point. I guess it gives you, in my opinion, it kind of gives you credibility. You know what I mean? A little bit. But in the next year, I just want to keep putting out good content. You know,
I want to grow.
Yeah, and grow.
I want to grow with the creativity.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I've noticed since day one to where we are now, our ideas have changed. The things we've tried have changed. Honestly, like, when we were trying to figure out how are we going to get more content if we're not on a cruise, you know, we started different things. One of them being previews. We got the idea to preview ships, right? Which we know that it's not going to go on forever. So we tried it with the Luna. We tried it very late with the Luna. It was almost out, but it did okay. We've done it with a few more, and those have been our best videos to date.
Yeah,
we have a lot of likes. We have a lot of views. We have a lot of comments that come in every day. We would have never thought to do that day one or early on. So I hope that this time next year that we're creating things that we would have never dreamed of.
Yeah. That's why we like the live. You know, we, like I said, we did. there are people that can sit and talk, and they're super entertaining, just them having conversations, you know. And I don't feel comfortable. I want to. That's why we do the games. You know, I want to interact. I want to entertain. You know, and have. That's why I like Scott's Thursday night, you know, trivia and the match game. Those are fun. You know, we like playing games, so that's why we made our live a little different. You know, so we'll continue to be creative with that. That's a good avenue to explore our creativity. But in the videos, I mean, we've got 3 cruises planned. Our next Alaska cruise in September, we probably won't get on a ship until February. So we've got to stretch out the content and you know, we like Arizona is a beautiful state that not a lot of people know about. So we've tried to do videos here. They just don't hit as well, you know, and I know, you know, it's one of those things where you put in so much work and then you put out this video and you're thinking, oh, I love this video. And you put in 8 hours or 10 hours on it, you know, just the editing part of it. And then you get 100 views. It's like, oh, it's so discouraging. But that's the nature of the beast. You know, that's what it is. I mean, we're not making it. You know, yes, you are making, but we're making it for each other also, on our, you know, ourselves. So
yeah, well, that'll work. What is one thing that you want to improve upon as you grow?
Well, still getting more comfortable on camera, and
I just want to be able to plan things better.
Yeah.
I do it somewhat now, but I want to be able to, you know, plan the ideas, plan the shots, plan everything that we're going to need in going into it. Not just sit on the ship, say, oh, wait, we didn't get that. Like, we know exactly what we're doing, when we're going to try to do that, but still leave that air of, you know, spontaneity of what happens on the
realness. Yeah.
Becoming more real. Like, honestly, like, I've been thinking about it for a while. Like, we need to show not every, but more sides to ourselves. And you know what? We've been together so long that, you know, we do know pretty much what the other one's thinking, but we think so differently. So if I have an idea, hey, what if we did this? And then he'll say, I don't get it.
Yeah. Which always makes her mad. But I'm like, I need more.
So then I'll say something. He goes, I still don't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm like,
then she gets more mad. and then she'll say, okay, now I understand it, but I just don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes pick up the phone and hold it. You'll be surprised the magic that comes from it. That's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Bita's going to get up one day and say, I want to go live. Yeah. You say, okay.
Yeah.
Say, okay. Don't say I don't get it.
Yeah.
Don't say I don't get it. Because it's that moment of doubt that is going to prevent you from going forward.
Yeah.
That moment of doubt. Okay. I like to say, okay, baby. You know, I've turned it into that. So, and as a result, you know, I think we're doing pretty good, you know, as far as with each other and creatively. You know, it's some of those things like ordering tacos at Jack in the Box that you think wouldn't have a lot of views, but that sucker got 1,700. It did. We were ordering tacos at Jack in the Box after going to 5 places that she, after I ordered, said, go, I don't want this no more. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah. Y'all were talking about the little things that you do to it. Yeah, people like that.
Yeah.
That they really do. So yeah, go with it.
Yeah.
Follow her lead.
We
follow Cheryl Renee's lead every day.
We watch the Carnival Cruise Addicts. They're members only videos, and that's just them, you know, going to an Airbnb or whatever. And those are the best videos. They are they're so entertaining. We binge watched them all weekend when we became members. They're so much fun. But there again, not a lot of editing, not a lot of bells and whistles, just them and how entertaining. But I think our thing too is, and what I always have in the back of my mind when we first started was, I don't want to offend people. I don't want to offend anybody, you know, and it's so people are so easily offended nowadays. I'm like, I don't want to say something that's going to offend. And then, you know, but now we're to the point where it's like, if they don't like us, they don't like us. You know, we're never going to say anything controversial or bad, but some people, we had a video where, you know, I was like, we were eating and I was joking around with her and said, well, you don't have to eat it all. We don't have to eat it all, you know. And then we got comments about, well, you just waste food. And I'm like, look at me. Do I look like I'm wasting food? You know what I mean? It's that type of thing.
And we did. Okay.
And we did eat it. Yes.
One of my favorite songs was "Let's Give Them Something to Talk About."
Yeah, exactly.
So give them something to talk about.
Yeah.
That's called engagement.
Yeah, and
it's called
getting
engagement.
better.
It may be someone's opinion, and that's what it is. It's someone's opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you got to, give it any weight. I don't miss meals. I finish her food. Like you'll see her push a plate. You know what I mean? Like she'll push the plate, but what you see off camera is me like grazing the whole plate for the extra tater tots or something like that. It's like, hey, somebody wants those tater tots.
Yeah.
And
our generation was don't, clean your plate. I'm going to tell you that.
Yep. Okay, now let's talk about networking and collaborations because we're talking about growth today, guys. How are you going to get the 125? Let's talk about it, okay? Have you ever considered doing a collaboration spot with another creator? I don't want you to name them or anything, but because the question is definitely general.
Yeah.
It says, what makes a creator a good fit for a collaboration with Robbie and Bita? What kind of creator would you be looking for whenever considering a collaboration on a live stream such as this?
Yeah. Oh, we would definitely consider it for sure. I think it boils down to chemistry.
I would love to. The reason I like watching other people's videos because I love their perspectives. So, anybody has a different kind of perspective or doing something different. Just like the creator that we highlighted on the live, she does travel, but she actually does videos on Airbnb. She'll rate them. Hotels. She'll go stay at a specific hotel, which made me want to stay at that hotel. So I was like, she's doing travel in a different way. She'll stay in an RV.
Right.
So people that maybe are doing what we're doing, but a little bit differently, I would love to bring
or even a different perspective on cruising. Some people are on the gambling side. They love the gambling part of it. We like to gamble, but we're not big gamblers. We're not, I like to play some Keno or something like that, but different perspectives. We like this on a cruise and they like this, so that way you can have some interaction that way, but it's chemistry, mainly. Who do you have chemistry with? And, the usual suspects, we've gotten to meet a lot of people on the usual suspects, because we haven't met anybody face to face yet. But on camera, it's nice to get to meet you and see you and talk to you. And I feel like there's a connection, when you have that. So there's a lot of people in our community that I would be thrilled to do a collaboration with. And I think the whole community is a network. Look at Gerald and Mark on more to see. I mean, they have really boomed. They've skyrocketed. And we did what 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago we spotlighted them, and they've been working hard. But this is one big giant network, and everybody is such. We have not met one. I haven't seen one person. I'm like, I wouldn't sit down. I don't want to sit down and have a beer with them. I don't. I take their hand, but everybody. I'd like to sit down and have a meal and have a drink and meet everybody. It's a good group.
Solo cruising. We don't know much about that.
No,
there's people who are out there.
Uncle Dave
doing solo cruising. I would love to collaborate with them and learn more about that.
Very good. Very good. Now, I know you probably thought we were going to get into this sooner, and I thought that Copilot might have put it sooner, but here we go. Number 13. This might be a lucky interview. I don't know, but they left the best part for this question right here. Your motto is keep on tripping.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you personally?
To me, it personally is just keep on going and exploring. That's the thing we didn't get to do. Like we said, we didn't get to do it when we were young. So now we want to explore. We want to travel. We want to see things. And that's what keep on tripping means. Keep on going out there. Keep on doing stuff. Keep exploring, discovering.
We downsized a couple years ago, and we're actually been talking about downsizing even more.
She wants to do a tiny house. I'm not a tiny house body.
Like, I want to downsize more. I want to pay off some debt. I want to downsize even more so that we have more, slush funds to be able to go to the places that we want to do. And I was like, you know what, that would be worth it to me. He's like, I don't know if we can actually do that, but I would love to do that.
The problem we run into is we both work from home. So we're both remote. So we have to have office area.
Right.
And we can't be in the same room because I talk on the phone, and she sells insurance or is a customer service for insurance. So she is on the phones quite a bit. So we have to have separate areas. So yeah, downsizing, but yeah, that would be a goal. Yeah, always. We're always looking for more money to be able to cruise. Yeah, like everybody else.
Yep. And speaking of money, just me personally, this is not on my interview at all. I just want to know, are you guys actually considering branching out to other platforms such as Patreon, where you'll be monetized immediately, as well as TikTok, monetized immediately, amongst other platforms as well? That way you can draw more attention to what it is that you're doing on YouTube.
Yeah, so I've started working on that. I have us set up on it. It's not live yet. And then we've been we've been working on the behind the scenes kind of content. Our problem is we are creatives. Like, yes, you could just go out there and shoot. Like, we watch Kyle Palo. He basically just films his day every day. Yeah. Simple. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it, but we are so creative in that we add things to it. I know we don't have to do that, but that's who we are.
Yeah.
So, we had sent Chris and Liz a thank you for something, and we recorded it, and we had to put music to it, and we had to. It's just
yeah, I get it. Yeah, I do. You got to put the extra sauce on it. That's what you call the sauce.
It's just fun. That's part of the joy I get out of it. That's the creator side. Because like I said, I do graphic design, but it's technical. I run a design department for a national sign company. So we do public storages and, tractor supply, stuff like that. So just the channel letters, it's all technical. So I don't get to scratch that creative itch. And this is my scratching of the creative itch,
So that's the only reason why it isn't yet. We were hoping to actually have it ready this week, but it isn't. But we've been filming content, so it will be out soon.
Yeah, it's just one more thing for me to have to create.
Keep on tripping with your minds. Keep on tripping with your minds. And then by the time we get to it, I know that I'm gonna need some links. Robbie, you and I need to discuss some things. We do, especially with the graphic design, because we're all trying to get better. We're all trying to reach our goals. But at the same time, once you get ear that somebody is actually good at something, pay attention and reach out to that person.
Oh, yeah.
Our community is so caring that I don't know of any one of them that would turn you down for help.
Oh no, everybody's been very helpful.
Person. It's like in all of the creator community, or all in the cruising community. I know, like I have had conversations with people who haven't not only helped me, but they have inspired me to do better with my content creation as well. And these are people that I'm just helping with Nightbot. So
I need that, Jeremy. So yeah, I can't get the dang thing to pull, to do the hashtag, whatever, and then pull up their channel. I've had a hell of a time. Yeah,
I got you. It's weird. Nightbot's a weirdo, and that's anything. That's the deal. Okay, for everyone watching or listening to this episode of the Creator Cabin, what do you want them to do right immediately following this interview right here?
Now, is that for us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the chat. My bad. So you go ahead.
Why? Because you don't know.
No, yeah, I'm trying to think.
No, you know what? If you haven't watched our channel, then I would encourage you to check us out. We're Trippin with R&B, and watch our videos, mainly cruise, whatever. More comments, actually, because
love the comments.
As much as everybody likes the pat on the back. If you have suggestions, if you liked it, if you have questions about it, we're all about that. So that would be the first thing, and then eventually, when we have our Patreon in the next week or two, that would be great too, because you will get to see a whole other side of us. Like he said, I'm an introvert. He was always the extrovert. The funny thing is, if you meet me on a cruise ship or on vacation, I'm an extrovert. He's the introvert, so you'll actually get to see all facets of our life.
Yeah, our personalities have kind of changed a little bit over the last, I think, 6 to 9 months. She's become more of the extrovert. Karaoke, I think, brought it out in her, believe it or not. She would never do karaoke. I got drunk on a cruise, drunk on a cruise, and did karaoke. She dared me, so I did it. And then we started doing karaoke every weekend, and she got into it. And then I think it just opened up something in her that now she's like talking to everybody and not shy at all. But yeah, check out our videos, check out our lives, check out our live and tune into our live on it's right before the usual suspects on Saturdays.
And leave us a voicemail.
And leave us a voicemail for sure. We've had a lot of voicemails being left, but it's just it's our lives a little different. It's our version.
What upcoming trip or series should people be excited for upcoming on the channel?
Well, we have two actually. We have Alaska in September. So we get a redo. We're going on the same ship, but different ports this time. So we're not going to go to Skagway. We're going to Icy Strait Point. We Ketchikan again. So we're gonna hit the Arctic bar and go see one of Scott, Captain Controversy's friends at the Arctic bar. So yeah, Alaska, we get to do it better. It was our first video. Like I said, the sound was horrible. So we're hoping we get to do it right this time and enjoy that. But the Beachcomber in February, we're doing the Beachcomber, the brand new Margaritaville at Sea ship, which we did a preview on that one. That's been by far our best video. I think it might hit 33,000 views today. That's done real well. So we're really looking forward to that one. And then we get off that ship, spend the night, and then right on to the Unhinged cruise. So we've got 3 cruises in the next 6 to 8 months that look for the content. I think the Unhinged, everybody's going to be walking around with a camera. There's going to be a lot of inter channel collaboration on that because we're all going to be in the background all over the place. Are you guys going on the Unhinged?
No, we'll be taking off the same day from Galveston on the Jubilee.
Oh darn! We were hoping
we'll be cruising on the same day, but on different Excel class ships.
We'll be
just do me a favor and eat a piece of margarita pizza for me, okay? Can you? And I will do the same for you.
I will videotape it and send it to you.
That is the Jeremy Boucher promise. I'm not promising a picture because that sucker could be gone. That sucker could be gone by the time I reach the table and set it up for a nice vlogger. You know that little drive-by video we do with the camera and stuff. Yeah.
How often does that happen though? You're so hungry and you're like, you got to videotape the food, and then all of a sudden I'll take a bite and she's like, you took a bite. I'm like, oh, bite. I'm trying to cover my bite. Yeah.
All the time. I have turned my plate before and got it like from the eye view of the bite. That's on purpose because I already took a bite. But yes, all the time. That happens to me more times than I would like to admit. But Kat and Matt sent you guys a $5 super chat a while ago. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's very
and
nice.
then there's some more chats to get to. I wanted to complete the interview before we got to our friends here because like you said, the community showed up and they doing it. Yeah, pennies.
Danny's amazing. She's got her fundraiser still. I think she was in a couple $100 in first place, so she's
okay.
Yeah, I think she's tearing it up. But we need to put her over the top.
Keep her in first.
Yeah.
Okay, keep her in first, and then like that last 10 minutes, everybody be watching because them other people could have somebody with some good pockets at the end. So that last 10 minutes, watch it. Yeah. Treat this thing like a gov auction or whatever they've been telling me.
Exactly. Wait till the last little eBay. Wait a minute.
160 ahead, so that'll work.
Yeah, that's only a couple orders, really.
I know, right? Cruising on the High Season Travel says, all my ship tours are the ones that I'm sailing on as I cannot just go for ship tours only, sadly. I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jack in the Box is so good. I really wish it would make its way to Toronto because it is that much more awesome. The Cam Fam has Jack in the Box. Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome in, Mitch.
Hi, Mitch.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, when our friends show up to
his daughter, have you ever watched his daughter do story time? Oh, it's the cutest freaking thing you've ever seen on their live.
Kevin, right? Yeah.
Just
the best.
Cheryl and Kevlin once did a show together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
She did. It was a couple of years ago, so it was cute. Yeah. You already know it was cute. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cruising on the High Season Travel wants to know what is your favorite airline? I know what this question means, these two questions right here, and why he's asking it. But he says, what about flying to and from the ports, and all about the air and cruise lines? Do you book your air with the cruise lines, is what he's asking here.
No,
No.
not normally. Not normally.
No.
We'll do our own thing. We bought into we bought into this vacation plan years ago through Sears, believe it or not. We're lifetime members now. We couldn't even afford a time. I told her, we're not going to buy this. We're just going to get the free cruise and get the hell out of there. And we go, and we bought into it. And now we get great prices on cruises. It's paid off now, whereas we went 5 years of having it, never using it at all. So we were able to get our cruises to that. So we buy our airfare elsewhere. And honestly, our favorite airline is probably the cheapest one, whatever she is at the time. But no, I like American. I know American gets a bad rap sometimes, but I actually don't mind it. Southwest used to be great because bags were free back then. But
I know Spirit got a horrible rap, but I love their prices.
Yeah. But that was one though. That was one. But their
I don't care.
Yeah, but their flight times were horrible. Their red eyes. Yeah.
For $79, I would do it.
We never saw a fight we never saw a fight on a Carnival. We never saw a fight on a Spirit. So
Me neither. I don't know where these. I don't know. AI videos are kind of crazy these days.
Yeah, they really are.
They really are. They're fighting on the ship, and it's not good, y'all. It's not really good at all.
No.
I'm hearing news, and I do the news, and it's really crazy being this part of it. And I was skeptical to go on cruises in the first place, and now I read about all this stuff that goes on in the ship, and I'm like, it's not getting any better.
I can't get any more happy when I'm on a cruise. I just don't understand.
No.
If you have to wait a couple more minutes in the line and you're upset about that, come on. It's
right.
Like a break. Step out of line and go somewhere else. Go do something
It's
else.
called the chill pill. You can find it right there.
Exactly.
You can find it right there at the Pizza Pirate.
Yeah.
It calms me down. The deli, Blue Iguana, and the pizzeria on Carnival calm me down. That is medicine to me. And then that's not to say anything about the random ice cream spots throughout the ship.
Yeah.
We were talking Princess a while ago. I literally had a GoPro in one hand and an ice cream in the other as I was doing that ship tour.
I love my soft serve ice cream. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I love it.
The Luna had one of those. We walked around from a bar. We're on the outside deck on Ocean Boulevard, and just all of a sudden, this random ice cream stand. I mean, it was just, and Matt and Kat and Matt, they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just right in the middle of the walkway. It doesn't. It's not by any food or anything. It's just there's an ice cream stand. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Oh wow. Yep. The Cam Fam says y'all are still young.
Oh, you're so
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you. We don't feel it, but yes. It's figuratively speaking, yes, we are.
All right. Yeah. That's why he was asking, because
I know American. Yeah, it's a bad word. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, it's. I flew United.
Depends on the deal.
It just depends on. Yeah.
We're not loyal to an airline.
Yeah.
Yep. And Danny D is one of my patrons. Shout out to the 24 patrons over here. Thank you so much. And Robbie, please, Patreon. Check it out.
I let her handle that stuff. I have enough.
Awesome.
Yeah, I spend all the time doing the video put together. I'd say that's on you.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for, the video for it.
No, yeah, but that's true
right.
too. Yeah, that's true too.
Yep. And Danny D is a Patreon member. She follows the Patreon real close. Thank you. Yep. Cam Fam says, I'd be more than happy to help. Just shoot us a message. Nice. I'm telling you, whatever you need help with, there is somebody in this community that can help you. And I know most of them, because it's like we've had to lean on each other for certain things. We need each other. Okay. That's the bottom line. That's why we're called a community.
Yeah.
And not the big people.
They're paying people to do their editing now. Which
I mean, do you really want to be referred to as a big person? I don't want to be a big person. I just want to be Jeremy. Help people grow.
Yeah.
That's why I'm Jeremy Boucher. Connect and grow. That's what it is. Connect and grow. Y'all grow. That's the deal. Yeah, Kathy thought I was talking to the chat too, and she was going to say, watch their latest Not Your Usual Room tour. So
Nice.
Let's find out what that's all about. Kathy,
Yeah,
I'm going to go check that out after the show because that sounds awesome. Travel Cake Trip says, we really enjoy your show style with all the games. Nice lives.
Thank you, Kathy.
So that's some real user feedback right there. So that is really good. And Cruising on the High Season Travel is letting everybody know, if you want me to do karaoke, you will have to get me drunk on your pocket. Not my pocket. Just saying. So you got to buy Rob drinks. And
there you go. There you go. Hey, it's we've seen some great karaoke on cruise ship. I mean, fantastic karaoke on cruise ships. Honestly, cruise ship karaoke can be some of the best. You get some great singers, but also you get some that are so good and they're funny. But it's hilarious.
And that's all part of
That's
the fun.
funny. Nobody judges.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for coming in today. I really appreciate having both of you. Do you guys have a tagline besides "Keep on tripping" at the end of your lives that you share with your viewers?
No, that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
It's an off-brand of our channel.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do mine. Everybody is humankind. I ask that you choose today to be a kind human. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yes, thank you,
we
Jeremy.
appreciate you
And
a lot,
everybody.
buddy. Yes.
All righty.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.